Is she breathing?
I don't know. I can't look. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I can't
try and stay calm.
Alice! 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 Oh my God, she's dead. She's dead. Ah!
Alice Ruggles. A 24-year-old with a whole life ahead of her. She was described by the family as an empathetic and loving person. Known to be an outgoing and fun individual and loved by those around her. People who know her said she can lighten up the mood wherever she was and was a natural entertainer. The Ruggles family was tight-knit, and Alice was the life of the party. With her quick wit and mischievous pranks, she always managed to make her presence known. She was the third of 4 children and grew up in the quiet Leicestershire village of Turlangton. She attended Leicester High School for Girls and studied product design at Northumbria University. Alice began fencing at the young age of 11 and it became a big part of her life. She went on to represent her hometown, Leicestershire, and the East Midlands region numerous times. At university she became captain of the fencing club and went on to win the Women's A-Pay at the Leeds Open in 2012. Alice loved Newcastle and continued to live there after she graduated. She got a job at Ski's Newcastle hub and in a short period she got promoted to site coordinator. October 2015. Alice was introduced to by a mutual friend to a man named Dhillon, known as Harry. He was a Lance Corporal based at Glencorse Barracks in Edinburgh, Scotland. He was training to join the Special Reconnaissance Regiment. At the time Harry and Alice connected he was serving in Afghanistan and the pair started talking on Facebook. January 2016. The couple met in person for the first time. Initially, the relationship seemed to be going well. 26-year-old Dhillon was attentive, caring and considerate towards Alice. Her friends said she seemed besotted. The pair spent some time together in Newcastle and Edinburgh before he returned back to Afghanistan for his final 2-month tour of duty. April 2016. Dhillon returned to the UK. In July Alice invited him on the family holiday where the pair were inseparable. However, this would not last and cracks would begin to appear in the couple's short relationship. People around Alice started to notice her change in behaviour. From a once outgoing and sociable individual, she was becoming more withdrawn and distant. Dhillon was becoming more and more critical in every way, leading to Alice to become more isolated. Her weight started declining and she started to fall out with close friends. She moved out into a ground floor flat on Rawling Road, Gateshead, after falling out with her housemates. Now living with one of her workmates, Maxine. Shockingly, women started contacting Alice, saying that had also been seeing Dhillon at the same time. Following these claims she ended the relationship for good in August. However, Dhillon was not prepared to accept no for an answer. Alice's mental and physical state had already began to deteriorate from the controlling behavior and it only got worse over the following months. He bombarded Alice with calls, texts and emails. Whilst some voicemails and messages were apologetic and begging for another chance.
Alice, please call me back. Please. I just want to speak to you. There's nothing else. I don't even know if you're getting these voice messages, but please can you call me back? Thank you.
Hey Alice. After we spoke and you didn't want to speak, well, you didn't want to call me again, so that's why I decided to come down to give you flowers and chocolates. Now I'm on my way back. If you want to take it, you can take it. If you want to bin it, you can bin it. It's completely up to you. I just wanted to do something just to say I'm sorry and show that I really am sorry. And yeah, that's the least I could have done. But I know you're not going to come out in front of me and speak to me, so that's why I left it there. If you ever want to speak to me, it'll be good. If you don't, there's nothing I can do. Anyways, sorry for waking you up. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Bye.
Others were more sinister and aggressive. He even went to lengths of contacting her friends and family, including her mum. begging her to convince Alice to take him back, and then went on to say what a horrible person her daughter was. His behavior became concerning. Completely obsessed with wanting Alice and stopping at no costs to get her attention. At first, Alice was sympathetic and felt bad that he was so affected by the ending of their relationship. Soon realizing she was left with no choice but to cut him off completely, as the constant texts and call proved too much. And even went to lengths of hacking her social media accounts and threatening to release images of her that he took of her at the beginning of September. After gaining access to Alice's Facebook, he noticed she had started a new relationship with an army officer called Mike. Completely enraged at the situation, he contacted Mike and lied, saying he was still seeing Alice. September 30th. Dhillon went to Alice's flat. Rang the doorbell and then hid when she looked through the spy hole. Concerned that it was him, she didn't answer the door. Few hours later, he climbed the fence into the back garden and knocked on her bedroom window while she was lay in bed. She opened the curtains and saw flowers and chocolates on the window ledge whilst Dhillon was backing off with his arms in the air. Dhillon drove back to Edinburgh, but on his way home left Alice a disturbing voicemail. Repeatedly, saying he didn't want to kill her and wouldn't kill her. This was the final straw for Alice, and she contacted the police. Initially, they were sympathetic and reassured her that he could be stopped. They noted the incident as harassment and issued a police information notice.
Evening, Northumbria Police. Chris, how can I help you?
Hi there. I just need a bit of advice, really, more than anything. So I split up with my boyfriend about 3 months ago. Since then, I know that he's hacked into my Facebook and also my phone. He's been sending me a lot of messages, even though I've asked him not to contact me. And basically, like, just messaging my friends and things. And then tonight, he's, well, I had a knock at my door. And, well, he'd sent me a message saying, I've been in the garden since 5. I had a knock at my door. And then when I went and looked, I've got like a little, you know, the thing that you can look through. And there was no one there, and then it happened again 2 or 3 times. And then he's come round the back, knocked on my bedroom window at the back of my flat, ground floor flat. He's been outside and he's like left some flowers and chocolates on the like outside windowsill, and like he walked off. He's not done anything, but I'm concerned.
7 days later, a parcel arrived to Alice's flat. It was from Dhillon, containing a letter and some other items. The letter complained about how she had called the police on him and that he was now facing the repercussions, including that they had taken away his laptop, iPad and phone. Which was all a lie. The letter went on to say, "I'm in a lot of shit now. I'm sending you everything I have that reminds me of you, as you belong to another man. Wishing you two a happy life. I will never come in your life again."
Good afternoon, good evening, Northumbria Police. Jeff speaking. How can I help?
Hi there. Yeah, I've been in touch with the police. Somebody's been issued with a pin so that they can't contact me. However, I've had a letter off them.
Right. Okay. So you're reporting like the breach of the pin.
Yeah.
Who was it from?
Who's the letter from, or who's the Harry Dhillon?
So today I received a letter from him.
Yeah.
What was the content of the letter? Was he?
So pictures of me and him, because he's my ex-boyfriend, so like a notebook that I sent him when we were together, and a letter.
Okay, what was the nature of it? Was it like threatening, or was it harassing? Or?
No, not threatening. It's just saying that he knows I called the police on him, and he's had everything confiscated, and all he has to himself is a pen and paper and an iPod, and explaining why he came down last Friday. And then it says at the bottom he won't contact me, you know, this will be the last I hear from him, but he's said that a lot of times, and he never does seem to stop.
So you said that before, and he just continues to contact you?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So do you want to call back to discuss this?
Yeah, what's usually what happens with it?
Okay, well, I'll let him know you want someone to contact you back, just discuss what can be done.
Okay. Will it be the police officer that's been dealing with my case?
I can't guarantee who it'll be.
Alice contacted the police again as she was supposed to and reported the incident, but they was less sympathetic and no action was taken. Alice realized that she was not protected at all and started to take extra precautions, such as making sure she was dropped off to her front door each day by a colleague and double-locked her front door immediately. October 10, 2016. Unknown to Alice, Dhillon drove down to her house after dark, climbed over the fence and took a picture of the rear window. Prosecutors believe he was scouting on how he could gain entry into the property. October 12, 2016. Alice finished work as normal. Her supervisor, Paul, gave her a lift home and dropped her home at 5:30 p.m. She went inside and was messaging her friends and boyfriend. Suddenly, her messages stopped. Dhillon had drove down again from Edinburgh and parked near Alice's flat, waiting for her to return home. Whilst he was waiting, he was messaging another woman, trying to arrange to meet later that evening back in Scotland. Around 6 p.m. Dhillon climbed in again over the back fence and this time forced his way through the window. Picked up a sharp knife and cornered Alice in the bathroom. The bathroom door had footprints on it, suggesting Alice had managed to lock herself in the bathroom and Dhillon had kicked the door down. Her flatmate, Maxine, arrived home shortly before 6:30 p.m.
Police emergency.
Trying to get connected. Mobile, I will set.
Thank you. Go ahead, caller.
Please, I've just come back to my flat and the door was locked, so I crawled through the window and my flatmate's covered in blood in the bathroom.
Is she breathing?
I don't know. I can't look. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I can't
try and stay calm. Try and stay calm. What's your address?
It's Rolling Road.
Is she covered in blood, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, bear with us 2 seconds.
Alice. 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 Oh my God, she's dead. She's dead. No.
Which town are you in?
It's Gateshead.
Gateshead. What's your name?
Maxine.
Maxine.
Please
2
come.
seconds, Maxine. Not yet. What's your surname, Maxine?
Maxine McGill.
MC McGill.
MCGILL.
Okay. And yet the door was open?
No, it wasn't open. It was locked, and I've crawled through my window that was open in the back door, and she's lying covered in blood. She's blue.
So you had to go through the window?
Yes.
Back door's open?
No, the back door wasn't open. No, everything was locked.
All right, I've
She's
misunderstood
putting a
you.
complaint about her
So yeah.
Please.
Housemate is in the bathroom. Is she in the bath or?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can you have a look and see if she's breathing for the ambulance?
She's not. She's not.
She's not breathing.
No, she looks. No.
Where's the blood from?
It's everywhere. I don't know. Her leg looks broken. Everything.
Say that again. Sorry.
Her leg looks broken. Everything. I don't know.
I've got one of my colleagues on the phone at the ambulance. So is she in the bath?
She's in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom. Alice. Alice. Alice.
How much blood is there?
There's lots. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It looks like she was in the shower. Everything's been knocked over. It looks like she's been attacked. Please help. Oh my God, I can't even go on. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Try and stay calm. You're doing really well. Things have been tipped over in the bathroom.
Yes, and everything looks a mess. Like, she's not breathing. She's actually blue. Please.
Give us 2 seconds.
Okay. Has anybody seen anybody round about here?
Listen, sweetheart. I'm telling my colleague to get the ambulance to give you a ring because she's blue to see if you can get.
Please,
Can
I get my neighbour to do it, please?
Yeah,
I can't do it. Please.
Is your neighbour with you?
No, I'm going to shut the door. Oh my God.
What's she called?
She's called Alice. Hey. Alice, are you awake? Alice, I don't want to touch her. I really don't want to touch her.
Right, is your neighbour there with you?
No, it's just kids out the front, please. Oh, Tommy, she's dead, she's blue.
There's an officer travelling. Is the ambulance travelling, Kathy?
Please, I need somebody here right now.
I know you do. We're getting to you as soon as we can. Okay, just try and stay calm. Where are you?
She's dead.
Try and stay calm. Maxine, try and calm down. Try and breathe. You're doing really, really well. You've done the right thing by giving us a ring. Try and breathe. I know it's very difficult. You've had a shock. Just try and stay calm.
Please help me.
I know. How old's Alice?
She's only 23. I mean, knew this was coming. Our ex is an absolute psychopath.
Say that again, sorry.
She put in a complaint in about her ex, and she phoned 101 at the weekend to report that he's trying to get in contact, and he says we're going to do nothing. Now this has happened.
Right. Who tried to contact her at the weekend?
No, she's contacted 101 because she put in a statement about him 2 weeks ago. And
about who?
Our ex-boyfriend, Harry Dhillon.
Right. So she been having problems with her ex?
Yes.
So do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, I can hear the sirens.
What's he called?
Sorry?
What's he called, the ex?
Harry Dhillon.
Harry? Dhillon.
Yeah. Please.
And you're concerned he might be responsible?
My neighbour's here.
Right, okay.
Did you hear any disturbance?
Listen. Ask your neighbour.
Voice? Oh, yeah, she had voices. So, yes, I think it's definitely him.
Why?
Sorry?
Why do you think it's him?
Because he was threatening to do bad things to her and stuff. Like, sorry? My flatmate. I can hear the police are coming.
Yeah, they're saying they're at scene. I'll wait with you until they're actually with you.
Okay,
you're doing really well. You're doing really well, Maxine.
Woo.
It's okay.
Please help her. I don't know what to do.
Are they with you there now, Maxine?
Yes, the police are here.
The police officer's there?
Yeah.
Okay. Close your phone down for me, Maxine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Alice Ruggles was pronounced dead at 7:30 p.m. Her body was found with 6 separate cuts to the throat and suffered 24 injuries in total. The coroner concluded that Alice had died from catastrophic blood loss. The police quickly identified Dhillon as their only suspect. The police ran his car registration through the system and they quickly got a hit when his car was clearly picked up traveling from Edinburgh to Newcastle earlier that day. Just before midnight, Dhillon was arrested on suspicion of murder. 3:24 a.m., Dhillon arrived at Gateshead police station for questioning. During the interview, he admitted traveling to Newcastle, but said it was because he wanted answers and closure about why the relationship had ended. He denied entering the flat, claiming Alice came out and approached him. He told officers that she had said she had heard stories of men killing their girlfriends and she was scared he would do the same to her. Dhillon said he reached out to hold her hands and she scratched his face. After this he drove away. Whilst he was in custody, police found Alice's blood on his steering wheel and on his Help for Heroes wristband. April 2017. Newcastle Crown Court. His trial began. Dhillon pleaded not guilty to the murder of Alice Ruggles. But the overwhelming amount of evidence meant he and his defense team had no choice but to change his story. He claimed he went to her flat with the intention of getting his belongings and a violent argument occurred. Alice attacked him with a knife and in the process inflicted the injuries on herself. He then went on to say, Alice lay there dying and she spoke on how much she hated her family. The courts also heard that a restraining order had been taken out against Dhillon by an ex-girlfriend 3 years earlier. After his ex had broken up with him, he tracked her down and spat in her face in the street whilst hurling abuse at her and her new boyfriend. Sadly, at the time of Alice's phone calls, Northumbria police had no knowledge about the earlier restraining order. After the 11-day trial, only 2 hours of deliberations, Dhillon was found guilty of the murder of Alice Ruggles and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 22 years.
Today, but none of our family, nor any of Alice's closest friends, will ever be the same again. We will live the rest of our lives knowing that Alice should have been here with us, wondering what she would have become, imagining all the people she would have continued to affect with her infectious sense of humour and her sheer love of life. Alice was a kind, incredibly sociable, fun-loving person. She had the ability to light up the room whenever she walked in. We miss her so much. We believe there are important lessons to be learned from what happened to Alice. We didn't think that she was the sort of girl that something like this would happen to. With hindsight, there are many signs of stalking and coercive behaviour that we did not recognise. Everyone should know about these signs. This is National Stalking Awareness Week, and we feel there is a need for much more work to be done to publicise and identify stalking and controlling behaviour, to tackle the root causes and to stop them developing out of control. We all hope to do as much as we can from now on, both on our own and in collaboration with the organisations such as the Susie Lamplugh Trust and Women's Aid, to learn lessons, to raise awareness, and ultimately, as we all sincerely hope, to help prevent what happened to Alice happening to others.